Hey, what's up you guys? I'm Andrew and this is my sister Tasha and my boyfriend Oliver.
Hey guys.
Hi.
So today I wanted to do more of an experiment. So I asked Tasha to come up with 5 questions. They're more emotion-based questions and she's going to ask them to us individually. So what I'm looking for is the difference between our body language and just our general answer to these emotion-based questions, because I have been on T for 3 years and Oliver has been on T for 3 weeks. So it'll be really interesting to see if there's any changes, because there might not be. I do realize that we are different individuals, so our answers are naturally going to be different, but I just kind of more want to see our reaction to these questions. Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready for this.
So my first question is, do you feel uncomfortable using the public bathroom? And like, do you feel like you belong? Or...
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I feel really comfortable using the public restroom. I didn't always, but now I don't really have a problem with it. It's an unsettling question because although I feel comfortable in the bathroom, it's one of those things where I don't think about it now. So because I'm never asked, you know, when I go in the bathroom, no one ever questions it and I don't question it, you know, it's just normal now. So having somebody ask me, you know, how do you feel in the bathroom? It took me back to whenever I hadn't transitioned yet and people would ask me that all the time.
How do you deal with situations that make you feel angry or uncomfortable or just emotional in general?
Instinctively, I think I honestly just have those feelings. Whenever I have them, it hits, like I'm mad or I'm upset, but then I kind of just think about it, like it's a process of maybe like 30 seconds, you know, but I think I really just think about it, and the question I always ask myself now is this gonna matter in 10 years? And if the answer is no, then my emotions, I already, like, it's not that I block them off, but I'm just kind of like, okay, this isn't worth being upset about.
So how comfortable are you with a group of guys versus a group of girls?
Oh, I'm honestly really uncomfortable around a lot of guys, and it's not that they do anything wrong, it's that I'm doing something wrong. I feel very comfortable around girls because I feel like I can navigate my way through conversations with girls really easily, whereas with guys, I feel like there's just this disconnect. Like sometimes it just feels painfully awkward.
So how do you feel telling people that you're trans, like coming out to them? Is it something that you're proud of, or like, I wouldn't say embarrassed of, but something that you're trying to hide a little bit, and especially like, how has that changed?
Like unsettling?
Yeah, is it unsettling, like, oh no? Or does it depend on the person even too?
I'd say it definitely depends on the person. If I've come out a lot, so I'm pretty used to it by now, and I don't generally have a problem, and I'm kind of to a point where I have so many people behind, I have so many people behind me that, like, if you're not gonna join my team, I don't need you, you know? Whereas before I was so insecure about, like, no one's behind me, so I was trying to, like, get all these people to be okay with me, and now I'm okay with me.
Last question. I mean, I guess this question, you kind of answered it already, but how do you feel around transphobic people? Is it something that you want to try to get them to like you, or is it something where you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna let that go? And again, I guess it could depend on the person and the situation and all that stuff.
Yeah, I love being around people in general, but I actually really enjoy being around transphobic people. I know that sounds weird, but it's because they're the people that challenge me. I'm not gonna grow if I'm not challenged, and some of them come up with really good questions. At the end of the day, it's only gonna make me more confident in who I am, because either they'll ask a question and I'll know the answer and I'll be able to help educate them, or they'll ask a question and then I'll be able to do, like, you know, my own soul searching and find the answer, and then now I have another answer for myself. So it's kind of like a win-win for me. Oliver's turn.
Ollie's turn! So my first question for you is, do you feel uncomfortable using the public restroom? And like, do you feel like you belong in one better than the other, or?
I definitely have a way harder time going into the women's restroom now. Like it's like a last resort for me. You know, like if I really have to go and like it's empty, I'll go in it. But I don't really feel comfortable in the men's restroom either.
So how do you deal with situations that make you angry or emotional or sad, like any sort of emotion? Is it, do you feel like you have to kind of suppress it, or?
It's not that I feel like I have to suppress it. It's because I am an emotional person and I like have a lot of feelings. But since even just being on T for like 3 weeks, I've noticed that I'm not suppressing it, but it's just I have a harder time getting it out and have less of a need to get it out.
So how comfortable are you with a group of guys versus a group of girls? Like, is it more comfortable with girls, or how do you feel about that?
That's a good one. I've always been more comfortable around guys. It's always been way easier for me to talk to guys and just relate to them. But it's a little bit different right now. I kind of feel like when I'm around the guys that I am around, I'm like their little brother or their like brother in training or something, so it's kind of a weird dynamic. But I don't think it's weird being around a group of girls too. I can't really be around girls alone because I'm super awkward and I just don't know, like I don't relate very well. So it's I'm kind of still in that in-between phase, but I definitely connect better with guys. I definitely can be around a group of guys and be way more comfortable than a group of girls.
How do you feel telling people that you're trans? Like,
well, you know me, I'm super open about being transgender. I think the more people know about it, the better it is for everyone. And I really don't have a problem answering questions. I just have to fully understand the question myself, otherwise I sound kind of like a bumbling idiot. But, and that's the thing, is I'm still learning a lot as I go along.
Yeah.
But for me, it's easy to talk about. I love talking to people about it. I love telling people and answering the questions if I can.
Good.
Yeah.
Kitty says he wants to be in the video too.
Kitty wants to be in the video. Hi, Felix.
Okay, this is the last question.
All right.
So how do you feel around transphobic people?
That's so hard. I've not really been, I mean, I've been around, like, 2 of my coworkers for sure had an issue with it. I know one of them doesn't even work at my job anymore because we had issues. I'm fairly certain that's why he left. But for me, I have this, like, I want so bad to just help them understand, but I can't do it all the time. So it's kind of, I kind of want to be quiet. I definitely have to watch, you know, I definitely have to watch what I say and try really hard. Just, I don't know, I pick up on what people say, and I have to sort my thoughts before I say things, and that's kind of hard for me. I really want to be that vocal person that's just like, like, man, you don't understand though, and it's really hurtful when you say things like that. But at the same time, you're allowed to have your opinions, so I'm just gonna stay over here, kind of thing.
That was the last of my questions.
All right, cool.
What were your thoughts since you asked both of us? Was there anything that you noticed?
What I noticed was it wasn't so much having to do with the time on testosterone, other than the fact that you have more experience dealing with different situations, but it's kind of more of an individual thing. And I know that you said it kind of changed over time, but like, I noticed that you kind of are at different starting points, kind of.